Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. Hope y'all are doing well this evening. It's good to see you all here, and we're going to be doing, I know. It was like, are you ever going to do anything other than Lord of the Rings online? Well, yes, eventually. Not right now. So we're going to be doing a little bit more with Hilburn the River Hobbit in the Lord of the Rings online in just a little bit after we sort of get settled in here. In the meantime, thank you, Katie, for moderating as always. Anybody here have any questions? Higgy, welcome, Higgy. And if you have, it's good to see you, sir. Yeah, if anybody has any questions before we begin, that's always a good time. And then other than that, of course, I'll do my best to answer questions during the stream if anybody has anything on their minds, preferably Middle-earth related. So, yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and switch over to the game. So for now, of course, just like I usually do, I'm going to turn off the chat overlay. Oh, well, actually, Katie has a question. Favorite deluxe edition on my shelf? Well, Katie, you probably know the answer to that one. It is my super deluxe Children of Húrin right there. One of 500, 600, I can't recall. Signed by both Alan Lee, the artist, and Christopher Tolkien, of course, the editor. It's a gorgeous edition. Oh, not the super deluxe. Oh, I don't get to actually say that because I thought, well, of course that one. I don't know. The Folio edition, would that count? That would be my other favorite. Congrats on getting yourself a new PC, Higgy. Definitely re-download LotRO. Yeah, the Folio edition would be the Folio Society Deluxe edition. Would be another one. Yeah, I keep thinking one of these days, maybe after I've played through everything Middle-earth, it'll be time to break out things like Oblivion or I'm trying to think of any of the other things that I enjoy playing. But yeah. Oblivion Remastered, I don't actually own it yet, but I will. Sanguine Sage, good evening. Yeah. Oblivion Remastered does look spectacular, though, and that was a game that I sank a lot of hours in. Actual frog hops? No. How could anything match that? So if we're saying then, Katie, that I can't mark the Super Deluxe as my favorite deluxe, and I can't mention the Folio Deluxe as my favorite deluxe, then I would say it's the 3-volume recently released. It's also Alan Lee illustrated. It's basically the Centenary Edition with some new art, but in a 3-volume set. And that one is really actually the set that I recommend for anybody who wants to get a really nice set that's not break the bank expensive. It's fantastic. It's sort of like a miniature deluxe folio in terms of the way it's put together. Beautiful piece. And we did a Kingly Gifts on that on the Prancing Pony podcast. I'm not sure when. I'll have to look that up real quick. Oh, wait, except I bet I have it in my roadmap. We did that Kingly Gifts poetry box. Oh, it might have been last season then. Let me take a look for y'all. It's going to be in my calendars and roadmaps folder because, of course, I have folders for everything. Probably do, actually. Let me take a look. I'll pull that up for you. And thanks for asking, Nate. There it is. Now let me get the affiliate link. Control C. Here we go. That set right there is the set I'm talking about. And it is just a fantastic, gorgeous piece with a whole bunch of Alan Lee illustrations. It's on sale right now. I just saw 55% off. So only $150. But that's pretty amazing when you look at the volumes. I mean, they are definitely deluxe in every sense of the word. Absolutely fantastic. Sorry, Katie, didn't mean to do your job for you. The pre-order for the set, I have not seen the pre-order yet, but I have seen that it's coming out. Is it my understanding it's a single volume edition of all of the Chronicles It's going to be a little chunky if that's the case, but yeah, it does look pretty amazing. It is beautiful. It really is. Baruch Kazad, Kazad Aimenu. The axes of the dwarves. They're upon you. All right. Well, let's go ahead, and I'm going to turn off the overlay. I'm sorry to do that, folks, because those on YouTube will not be seeing Twitch commenters and vice versa, but it just takes up too much of the screen when we actually swap to the game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move my screen over here. So once again, if you see, that's my bad side, but if you see that side, it's because I am looking over at the chat. There we go. Your birthday is coming next month, Iggy. So we'll make sure to wish you a happy birthday. If you mean you'd like somebody to order you that set of books, good luck with that. All right. We're going to unmute. And there is Hilburn, of course. All right. It would be good if my mouse was controlling the PC and not the Mac. Now, when we last left Hilburn, we were still in the troll shaws, and we had just a couple of quests to go. That's the thing. Factor Fantasy, it really is. It's a great game, even though it's been around for ages. I mean, it's celebrating its 18th anniversary right now, but it is an absolutely fantastic adaptation. Great community around the game. Lots of fun kinships to take part in, sort of like guilds if you've played other MMOs. Yeah, really, really fun. All right, so right now, here we are at where Eladan and Elro here are at Thorinhad. We have an epic quest to follow over at Barachen's camp, but we also do have to find Celebrian's Legacy, the Lost Elf Vault, which is somewhere over here to the east of the High Moor. So just because we want to do that, we're going to go ahead and knock that out first. So let's go to the High Moor. It's the Scouts Camp High Moor, and we'll swift travel there. That elk has something on his horns, doesn't he? Does he have bells on his horns or something? I couldn't tell. Oh. Canadal has quests, but I bet it's just killing beasts quests. Yep, badgering. It's all those. We're going to leave those alone. All right. Let's turn on the things we need to turn on. Find the path, which gives me an increased out-of-combat run speed. Track mines so that I can look for more ore. And let's take a look at the map. We're going to eventually find our way up. And we want to make our way up to towards the Giant Valley, but hopefully not in the Giant Valley. That's very much an area you want a fellowship for. So we're just going to make our way through the troll shaws. Of course, that means we are going to have to kill a few things here and there simply because. Oh, Vicious Mountain Bears. Hello, Vicious Mountain Bear. For those of you who weren't with me at the end of last session, I was able to get Hilburn up to level 40, which enabled me to put on some really nice gear and some new equipment made for me by my crafting alts. So Durthal, my main, is my weaponsmith and a woodworker. So I made a couple of a dagger and an axe and a bow. And then, of course, Halagrim is my tailor. So we made a whole new set of armor. And Tolthadian, my jeweler, made some nice jewelry. So he's all set. Because everybody's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. That must be that we're, near the entrance to the Giant Valley. But we're not going to go in there, folks. Yeah, we want to go up the road here. Oh, hey, let's go get a resource. I will say this, the Giant Valley is nice if you're high level and you don't need to worry about the mobs. It's a great place to go to gather a bunch of resources. Tons and tons of resource nodes, all very close together. make it a great place to farm resources for your lower level alts. So like I might go in there with Halligrim and collect a whole bunch of dwarf iron in order to enable Hilburn here to level up his prospecting skill. We're almost there. I don't know if the badgers are vicious or not. Apparently not. Some of the animals will only attack you if you stay too close to them for too long. Stay too close to them for too long. I'm not going to take any chances with the boar. It's because they have the ability to knock you out sometimes. Okay, I think it must be up here somewhere. But how do I get up there? Maybe on the other side. So we're supposed to find Celebrian's Legacy, the Lost Elf Vault, somewhere in the Trollshaws. Glorfindel awaits my return outside the House of Elrond. Hidden doorway and a rock pillar. This must be it. The Vault of Celebrian's Legacy. Oh, but there's some stone crawlers. Fun times. Come on. Quest available. Crawlers infesting the Bruinen Gorges. And I'll accept it, but I'm probably not going to kill 6 of them unless there's a whole lot of them in here. I know. Including Celebrian in here is in the story is wonderful, but heartbreaking as well. Oh. Well, what do you know? Oh. Well, that's a big dead troll. All right. Celebrian's Legacy. Bring that to Glorfindel. And yeah, I'm going to cancel that quest. Okay. Let's travel to Glorfindel.
How can I be of service?
Yes, indeed. This is the jewel itself, Celebrian's Legacy. Please bring it to Elrond, as it is his duty to give it to his daughter. Now, I'm going to try increasing the size of the font here, but I noticed that didn't stick last time, so we'll see if that does. And now we're going to pop over to Elrond in his house. Yeah, I haven't run through all of this stuff. Thought my hobbit was holding a batlet. That would be great.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
To think that the vault has remained sealed for so long past its time. Even those counted among the wise can be foolhardy, it seems. But I must thank you for your perseverance, Master of Riddles. You seek the truth in all things, even though it brings you into darkness. Your skill and cunning bring you back out into the light again. And I can get a totally useless dagger. Or a relatively useless bracelet. Let's just get a runestone that I'll sell. All right. Now, he does have quests for me, but these are missions. Oh, wait, he also has a place of rest.
Dark days are coming.
It is good to see familiar faces, is it not? I am glad that you have returned, for I have decided what course to take against the evils in Nan Tornaith. Now, if you remember last time, or maybe it was the time before, we discovered there was a gaunt man running Nan Tornaith. Laying to rest the evil dead. After much consideration and pondering of your reports from the western parts of the Trollshaws, I am convinced that the servants of the enemy were not, in fact, drawn here by the brief presence of the Nazgul who passed through a short while ago, but rather answer to one of the God Lords, mockeries of the wizards made by Morgoth long ago. Now, that's an interesting piece of lore. That the idea, you know how we know that most of what Morgoth made is twistings or mockeries of other things. The Ents, you know, the trolls are mockeries of Ents. the orcs are mockeries of elves, that kind of thing. The wizards were not made incarnate until Third Age 1000. So how would Morgoth have made mockeries of them? That's an interesting one. I wonder if there's going to be more to that at some point. In the meantime, just real quick, there's a chat question from Tommy Benson, longtime fan. Thank you for listening to us, Tommy. Have I thought about playing through the movie games? I have. There are a couple of problems. One is getting them to work on a modern system. Many of them are console only and so would require an emulator. Those are illegal in the sense that I'd be playing a game that I could get a strike for, a copyright strike for. Even if I could find a legitimate copy like Battle for Middle-earth, which I own and actually have been able to get to work, I will run into problems with the bits of the game that play either clips from the films as cutscenes or that use actual music from the game. So we'll have to see about that. But yeah, that's a really good question. I certainly enjoyed the movie games. One of my favorites is a game that came out on the original Xbox and has never made it onto those backwards compatible lists, so I can't play it anymore. And it was just Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, and it was a nice little turn-based tactics game with basically the Fellowship, but not the Fellowship. I mean, there was a human Gondorian warrior, there was a ranger, there was a Rohirric woman, there was a Rohirric soldier, there was an elf archer. I mean, it was so much the exact characters from the films, but not. It was a great game for those of you who have ever played that one. So Elrond continues after saying this about the wizards being that the Gauntlords were made in mockery of the wizards. Based on the powers of this Gurdring you encountered in Nan Toranaith, I believe the Gauntlord to be Ferendur the Virulent, master of pestilence. And now my brain wants to go to Warhammer 40K and the Forces of Chaos. Who was the master of pestilence? Again, somebody over here in chat. Well, is it Nurgle? Is Nurgle the pestilence guy? I can't remember. He must be defeated at all costs, but I cannot send one such as yourself alone to face him. His power is too great. There are only 3 within this vale strong enough to oppose a Gauntlord, and neither Gandalf nor I may leave at this time. Therefore, I bid you speak with Glorfindel. Let him know what we have learned. I have no doubt he will accompany you against this evil. And all right, all he has left are the missions, so we'll talk about those later. Let's go talk to Glorfindel. What would be the mockery of the dwarves? Actually, Nate's right. The Hobbit films. No, I don't know, actually. Laying to rest the evil dead.
What do you mean?
So it is as I feared. A Gauntlord has come to the Trollshaws in the wake of the Nazgul and raises an army against Rivendell. Master Elrond speaks truly. This creature must be dealt with at once, and I must be the one to do so. I ask that you accompany me to help put down the minions of the Gauntlord, but do not attempt to confront Ferendur yourself, for he would destroy you. Speak with me when you are ready to depart. All right, we get to do an instance. Let us leave at once then. Let us leave at once, Glorfindel. I love it. Look at the requirement here. Talk to Glorfindel. Also, Glorfindel must not be defeated. Like, I can stop anybody who can kill Glorfindel. I mean, the guy's got 8 times my hit points. The time has come, Hilbin. If this Gauntlord's fell powers are truly the cause of the evil in the Trollshaws, he must be dealt with. We cannot allow him to muster any more of the dead and bolster his strength. Ready yourself. None shall keep us from this task. All right, gonna take some buffs here. Enjoying a meal, just put some light damage on my weapons. Let us move swiftly to find them. Let's go then. Stop talking, start doing, Glorfy. Long has it been since Ferendur last revealed himself to the eyes of the living. Yet the disease that grips the Trollshaws can be the work of no other. Hold, Hilbin. There is an ill haze in the air ahead. Something is not right here, Hilbin. Yeah, there's never anything right in these instances, that's for sure. What has Ferendur done to you? Rest easy, my dear friend. Ferendur's contagion has stripped everything from them. withered to naught but a husk. Oh, a foul fill spirits. That's okay. I get to shoot things. Come on, Glorfidel. You can just hang back and relax. Why can't I target you and kill you? Good one, Katie. Oh, look, Mr. Frodo. More fill spirits. Why did you send us to our deaths? You knew we stood no chance. Oh, man. Can I target these guys yet? Yeah, I can. Nope, not yet. No, not yet. Yeah, they're still green. Oh, this little battle first. Okay.
How can I be of service?
Our foe expects us, Hilbin. This much is clear. Ferndur's vile influence has claimed too many of my people and sickened our lands. His disease must be purged from the Trollshaws. I see only his foul servants here, but the Gaunt Lord must be nearby. Let us advance with care. By advance, he means kill these guys. So let's set a trap. Because they will come after me. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on, little Gaunt men. It's time. Oh, there's Ferndur the Virulent. Holy smokes. I wondered how many more elves I would have to rot away before I drew you forth. Be silent. My people in these lands shall not suffer your pestilence any longer. Your reign ends today. I've killed a Balrog with my helmet. Nothing shall keep my blight from Middle-earth. Not even you, Firstborn. We'll see about that. He's got a river hobbit with him. So be it. Well, I know I'm not supposed to target the guy, but come on. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Death is no obstacle for me. Okay. Wow. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Not this day. Where I go, you shall not follow. And know this, the North shall rot all of Eriador. Get back here. All right. We'll call it a draw. You have helped Glorfindel defeat Ferendur and his minions. It is as I feared. Ferendur has escaped, Tilburn. You can kill a Balrog, but you let a Gaunt man get away. I'm supposed to be impressed with you, Glorfindel? All right. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Forger turning into a penguin. Stop it. All right. Hallelujah. It's raining dread. Ah. Yeah, get after something for not letting me target the enemy. All right. That was fun. I do love voicing the bad guys, so voicing Ferendur was fun. May Govanen. Alas, that Ferendur escaped. Does not affect my life, but I'm sure somebody somewhere will die because I failed in my task. I'm sorry. He is a dire foe and presents a threat to even the power of Rivendell. We will need to remain vigilant. Return to Master Elrond and let him know how we fared against the Gaunt Lord. And by fared, I mean failed. It's rain and dread. Hallelujah, it's rain and dread.
Hope is not in vain.
Lord Glorfindel is correct. Ferndour's escape means that the elves of Rivendell must remain vigilant, and I shall have to ground Glorfindel for his failure. With such a great evil loose on the world, Rivendell's security becomes of much greater import. Nevertheless, thank you for your aid. For a time, at least, Ferndour has been hindered. All right, does he have anything else for me? He does not. All right, talk to Barachen. So I'm going to port over. We're all the way in Rivendell, as you know, which is all the way over here in the far northeast of the map. You can see the little red triangle that represents me. You see that? We're going to port all the way back past where we found Celebrion's Legacy, past the High Moor scouting camp, past Thorenhad, where we were with Eladan and Elro here, all the way to Barachen's camp, which is in the South Trollshaws, all the way in the eastern portion, western portion of the realm. What was that? Oh, somebody fell down the stairs. That was a wet sound. Like, that wasn't just a broken bone. That was a compound fracture. So we're going to talk to Barachen to continue the epic quest here. He wants to talk to me about having seen one of the Onodrim, one of the Ents somewhere in the wild. So let's go talk to Barachen. Nate, I'm not going to be able to answer your question because the anniversary quest is sort of beyond my ken. Thank you, Katie, for the reminder to like the stream. Katie, I'm going to let you answer that question of Nate's. I've long believed that the Onodrim of legend have walked among the wooded areas of the Trollshaws, but I've never seen one for myself until now. As I climbed the high moor towards Imladris to bear messages from Rochwen and Alflank, a curious mood took hold of me. I strayed from my path, walking down south, a great slope into the Valley of the Giants. From a great distance, I beheld one of the Onodrim, standing like a mighty tree, its leaves turning to red. As I watched, it turned and slowly moved behind a great boulder and was lost to my view. It was a nice boulder. I like that boulder. Be careful on your journey, for the giants of that valley are formidable. And speak with this Onod. He may know the location of the Nazgul Eladan seeks. And I'm supposed to find an Onod. Go find an elf, and he is in that giant valley, which he's right. The giants of that valley are pretty terrifying. So we're going to go to the High Moor Scouts camp. Pardon me while I have a sip of water, it must be said. I thought I said swift travel, but perhaps I did not. Ah, yes, I did. Okay. Find the Onod. All right. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Lest you all think that I'm trying to kill cats, I do have a cat. He is a murderous little ginger. But I would not kill him. Ah, spam. Nothing like a spam bot in the Twitch. Thank you in advance, Katie, because I know you've probably already handled it. Do, 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 do. Oh. Yeah, see, the reason there's a mustering horn there is because you pretty much want to have your buddies with you when you go into this terrifying place. But here we go nonetheless. Spam, 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 spam. See, now we've got, elite or signature. What are these guys? Elites. Yeah. All right. And every one of these creatures in this area are like this. So I'm going to go camouflage, which increases the likelihood of a critical hit. And we're going to do Heart Seeker. Oh, hello. And of course, it's not an action game, so I can't just. I get to. If I kill 6 of those guys, I get something. I get to finish a quest. Great. Okay. Defeated Drakes in the Giants Valley. See, look at this. They're all elites. Fun time. That's why you normally come in here with buddies. Certainly the giants themselves, because they're usually thick and fast. You'll have like 4 or 5 of them standing around. You definitely don't want to go in there by yourself. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm fully loaded up with level 40 gear here from 3 crafting halts of the highest level. Oh, look, resources. More resources. Pin. So you can't get too close to me while I try to chop you down to size. Wow, lots of bad guys here. Okay. The Onod is actually showing us back here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hello. The Onod stares at you with expressionless eyes. Its bark-like skin is coiled with corruption, and its mouth opens and closes soundlessly. Suddenly, the deep wells of its eyes ripple with anger. Wonderful! Good. Back away. Get some focus. See if I can pin him. Oh, got him. New deed, Enmity of the Wood Trolls. Because nobody likes wood trolls. He's not really an ent. Turns out he's a wood troll. Any creatures in this game you'd like to see in live action? Oh, my goodness. As long as I don't actually have to face them, I think seeing the drakes would be pretty cool. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Like you're talking about creatures to see in a game, or I'm not in a game, from the game in a movie, like a Jackson adaptation. I want to see this creature or that creature. Yeah. Let me think that through. I'm going to try to kill 2 more drakes, just because I do have a quest. And then I'm going to go talk to Eladon. Huh. All right, I'm going to look for him by doing a Passage of Nature. It's like a Huorn, perhaps, is kind of what I'm thinking. Enraged Mountain Drake. Whoa, there he is. Hello, Drake. Ah, and you can see one of the giants far off to my right. I'll show you. I'll highlight him after I've killed that guy. There's one. And again, killing one is not terribly difficult. Killing as many as you will find when you're in there is really hard. So let's see if we can find one more Drake on the way out. What's this? Let's just find one more, shall we? I don't need the little baby ones. The dark claws are not a big deal. I want a proper one, and there aren't any. Just the rockworms and dark claws. All right, well, if I kill enough of these other mobs, then quite possibly we'll get that Drake. Yeah, respawn. Rockworms. I wonder if they only respawn in the rockworm spots rather than in the dark claw spots. Oh, Katie, yeah, that I don't even remember where that was, but those wargs respawn faster than you could kill them. It was in Mordor, wasn't it? Dwarf iron. Resources. Second age Mordor, yeah. Lebethron branches. There's another rockworm. Just give me one more Drake and I'll get out of here. I'll stop bothering you. Just sacrifice a dragon, right? All right, let's take one more look. If I don't get anybody else, get out of here. It's not a big deal. Dark-claw rockworm, dark-claw rockworm. There's nobody. Rockworms, dark claws, stone hoofs. But like you said, if I kill enough of these guys, then one of them's bound to show up. Yeah, it was pretty awful. You'd kill 3 of them, and before you could kill the 4th one, the other 3 would show back up. And I mean, we were on level. It's not like we were weak. We were killing them pretty quickly. They just spawned ridiculously fast. Come on, seriously? Just the rockworms, not a single Drake. Is this the best you can do? You pathetic rockworms. You're nothing. Best advice I would give to Turin after he left Doriath. Go back to Doriath. I mean, really. Come on. Believe that you have power over this curse. You are not, fated. Okay, forget it. There are none. There are no more. Yeah. All right. We're going to go talk to Eladan. I'll remove that quest, but I'll leave it in my quest log because the odds are I'll come back there at some point. The whale and the potted plant. The whale and the potted petunia. The Onod attacked you. The tree herders of old were peaceful and more wont to stand unnoticed among the trees than treat with strangers with peace or violence. I do not know the meaning of these signs, Hilbin. Our problems may be more far-reaching than I had supposed. You are fortunate. The creature which you faced could not have been a true Onod. You could not possibly have faced the might of one of the old ones. Nor would you have to, for the Onodrim are friendly to the free peoples on the rare occasion their paths meet. The great forests are less traveled now than they were in days past, and few now ever see one of the great tree herds. A small company of elves from Mirkwood came to Imlar just to consult with my father. Perhaps one of them will know what manner of creature you faced. Speak with my father to arrange an audience. You again, Elrond.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
I'm glad you so ably serve my sons, Hilbin. I fear that you are close to locating the Nazgul that escaped the raging waters of the Bruinen. And yet more evils reveal themselves. The elves of Mirkwood have encountered such evil before. My son was right to send you to me. Speak with Legolas, son of Thranduil, in one of the guest rooms along the road that winds up the southern slope of the Vale of Imladris. He has been often in thought while he remains here, and may be able to help you find and defeat the source of the evil. Yay, we get to go talk to Leggy. Well, hello, Legolas. I didn't mean to beam directly on top of you, standing on your feet and all.
How can I be of service?
Hail to you, Hilbin. If you do not bring such dire news, I would greet you more heartily, but your tidings are troubling. We of Mirkwood have indeed encountered these creatures before, but it is not something I expected to see again. A tribe of trolls once lived near Dol Guldur, and we who fought them called these creatures wood trolls. Once, these were wandering individual creatures, loath to unite or even live near to their fellows. At Dol Guldur, however, something caused them to join together. A king was raised among them, and he unified the wood trolls into a terrible force. My father sent many warriors to defeat the wood trolls, and it was done. I believe something has once again united the wood trolls of the troll shahs, Hilbin. But this place is far from Mirkwood. My father's warriors will not avail us.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
We must track the wood trolls to their lair, Hilbin, if we are to cleanse the corruption that scars the troll shahs. I can take you to them. Their tracks are easily distinguishable in the muddy earth, and wood trolls are not known for their subtlety or intelligence. But ask me not in haste. I know of the Nazgul that Master Elrond has lost, and I fear that it may have lent some of its strength and power to these creatures for them to be so bold. We must be watchful. Speak with me when you have gathered such friends as you can trust and are ready to be led into the wild in search of the wood trolls, and the evil power I fear may be their ally. So once again, we have a difficult quest, but once again, I will get the inspiration bonus. So I can do it just as I did the other stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We may find more than one or two. All right, you will receive an inspiration bonus, but the challenge will be great. I'm up for it.
A corruption of the very nature of Middle-earth threatens to spread its vile poison throughout the troll shore.
Vile poison. I do like this Gandalf. Hopefully you're able to hear him. These tracks are unusual, Hilbin. That they are the prince of wood trolls cannot be denied, but they are too large even for those of their kind that walk occasionally within southern Mirkwood. Let us move into the Gladalf, but cautiously. We are certain to find the trolls within. Stay alert. The wood trolls will not have become organized enough to exert their influence without help, and there's still a Nazgul somewhere in these lands. Something evil dwells within these woods. I can feel it. Who would I invite for a weekend retreat? Oh boy. Okay. Nice. That's what Rain of Arrows is for. Let me get to that question after this instance, since I'm dealing... Well, actually, I can, while I'm waiting to click on his. Who would I invite for a weekend retreat? Morgoth, Myron. He's name-dropping Sauron. Durin's Bane, Saruman after he's left Isengard, or Glaurung. Glaurung. Do I get to choose more than one? Post-powerful Saruman, so weak Saruman, Glaurung. Durin's Bane can't speak, so he's pointless. Yeah, those are the two I'd be most interested in talking to. All right. The earth groans beneath the tread of evil, Hilbin. There are wood trolls near. Well, that was nice. Just one? Then Glaurung. Glaurung's always interested me. Like, how independent was he? I think he's more independent than Morgoth would have thought. Oops. Whoa, hello. Well fought, my friend. Let us gather our strength and press onward.
Let us continue.
I'm ready to proceed as well. The Gladalf was a place of peace in earlier days, but now it is a den of evil, and I will be glad to leave it. The larger wood troll tracks lead to the west. Let us go. Yes, of course, let's follow the larger ones, because that's always good. Ooh, we have an evil tree here. Horns. For those who've not seen the game yet, seen a horn, the first time that happens, it's pretty darn scary. I've completed a deed called Troll Slayer. Probably shouldn't be looking at that right now, but you know, my guy's tough. I've been awarded 5 points. All right. As I used to say, don't spend it all in one place. I guess I should say is don't spend it all at one time, since there is really only one place you can spend them. Just moving through. I do like pinning shot. Oh, and then he throws a rock at me. Oh, there's another tree. Oh. There's quite a few of them in here. Did you hear that? These things. This might be my least favorite creature type. These weird marsh-dwelling, long-legged things. Let's get them close. Don't fire till you see the whites of their eyes. And rain of arrows. What other fantasy or sci-fi world would I want to see have a crossover? That's a good question. Thing is, all the worlds that I can think of just wouldn't cross over well with Lord of the Rings. You know, whether they're gritty realism like The Expanse, which is like a hard sci-fi, or whether it's another epic like Foundation, Dune. I mean, none of them really would blend well. So maybe another fantasy world, but I don't read enough fantasy to answer that question. We must put an end to this creature if we are to continue following the tracks through Gladolf. Come now up to the north. Or Middle Earth characters going to that world. Okay, that could be interesting. I'll need to put some thought into that one, I'm afraid. It's a good question. I'm not trying to ignore it. Oof. I mean, Bab 5 is kind of already a Lord of the Rings crossover in that they mention essentially Khazad-dûm, though there it's Zahadum. But they mention Lorien, and there's clearly what would appear to be like Valar, or it's a pretty Lord of the Rings heavy story. So maybe seeing some Lord of the Rings characters in the Bab 5 universe could be interesting. Conversation with Gandalf and Picard. There are a lot of creatures to kill in this instance. Oh, keep getting knocked out. This is a longer instance than I thought, but it is part of an epic, so that makes sense. Come on, Leggy. Keep up. Would Gandalf see 4 lights? There are 5 lights. Such a great moment. I'm doing a watch through of not every episode of Next Gen, but of the particularly good ones. And it's basically about half once you get to season 3. And my son and I are about ready to reach. We're in season 5, I think. So like the Borg have come and gone. I mean, you know, the best of both worlds thing. But we're about to get to oh goodness, now I can't remember the name of it. The Inner Light, one of my favorite episodes of all time. Collar of the Bog. Oh, I see. The pinning shot does nothing to him. Well, this is bad. Oh. I'm going to set a trap for when he comes back awake. I don't think it'll hurt him, but can't hurt to try. Because once we kill these guys off, he'll come back. Trap did nothing. Dang it. Totally immune. I'm assuming he's going to be immune to Bard's arrow since that instills fear. I wouldn't mind trying to get him to go away. Yeah, he goes nowhere. Okay, lots of them. Come on. Seriously, I'm not generating enough focus there to do Rain of Arrows. And I'd already done Intent Concentration, so that's in cooldown. All right, Collar of the Bog. Time to have a seat. The way ahead is fraught with worse perils? Worse perils? What did I get? Deed bestowed. Oh, because I used Intent Concentration. Use it 125 times and I'll get 5 LotRO points. All right, Legolas, I'm ready to go. I knew the moment you defeated the Collar of the Bog, Hilburn, for his command over the creatures of the fen suddenly abated. I shouldn't be this gleeful when pinning shot doesn't work. You're right. I don't like it when pinning shot doesn't work. Pinning shot didn't work. Traps didn't work. Bard's arrow wasn't going to work. He was immune to everything. All right. There is something still within the Glad Elf, for the evil that corrupts this place did not vanish with your defeat of the wood troll that opposed us. There is something else behind this woe. The trail continues down to the east. Come. You know, Legolas, you're an immortal. Why don't I let you do this? Why are you insisting that a little river hobbit help you? Oh. Well, that hurt. I'm going to have to put some holes in you, Mr. Wood Troll. Why can't I shoot that guy yet? There we go. Oh, another big tree. Yeah, the Huorns are quite a thing, by the way. Good night, Nate. Thanks for stopping by. Oof. Come now. I feel our final foe lies ahead. Wow, it's getting dark. Oh. Is it the Nazgul? A deep uneasiness. No, it's not a Nazgul. Oh, that's a big baddie. Oh. It's a Nazgul. Never forget your new master. Pain comes to those who do. Okay. Legolas, we could use some help over here. How Shock will not fall so easily. Will you fall at all? Will the trap do anything? No, it will not. What's with you and these people that are immune to traps? Whoa. He's doing some damage in a hurry. And that's the Great Eye. That's a whole lot of bad coming on. That's a whole lot of bad. Where's my hope? Well done. Thanks to your aid, Taushak's service to Mordor was short indeed. I still have to kill the summon root. Come on, Legolas. Help me out a little, man. All right. Seriously, Legs.
The dread has passed, but the memory is evil.
The dread has passed, but the memory is evil. The Nazgul vanished from my view, but he did not immediately depart. Legend tells that one of the Ringwraiths was an Easterling king who had great skill in tracking and stealth. Only the dread that lay heavily upon my heart told of his presence. That could be, of course, the only named Nazgul, Kamul, the Easterling. That now is gone, but the memory is black. It is good that you defeated Taushak, for the Nazgul had given him some power with which to rally the wood trolls. In great numbers they might have threatened him Largess itself. Individually, they are much less of a threat. We should return, Hilburn. The Gladalf grows cold and sad.
How can I be of service?
Legolas pursued the Nazgul and hindered his plans to ally with the wood trolls. But the Ringwraith escaped. The Nazgul must be found, for he is certainly aware that the One Ring has entered Rivendell, though it is hoped that Elrond's vigil keeps him alive to the secret ways. As long as one of the nine remains abroad, we cannot hope to leave Rivendell.
No.
For neither the ring nor the ring-bearer would pass safely beyond the bounds of the troll shores.
Quite true. All right. Ooh, I wonder if that's what arrived. I got a notification I got a package today. I wonder if it's my book, Miriam. I hope so. What'd I get? New mail. Oh, thank you. Well, I had used the light one and I didn't have any of the fire ones. Why, thank you. Katie sent me some bottles of fire oil, Doomfold fire oil, which of course is much more powerful than Hilburn can use. I mean, he can use it, but it's more powerful than he needs.
What do you need?
Legolas, we've ended the Nazgul's designs by slaying the wood troll Taushak, but the escape of so great a servant of the enemy cast a shadow upon my heart. I can get a bow that is less powerful than what I have. I can get some trousers that are less powerful than what I have. I'll just, or brilliant Edelharn tokens. Why don't I take those? Those are useful.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
I do not think this is the end of our search for the Nazgul that escaped the waters of the Bruin in Hilburn. Indeed, we have only seen the beginning of the trouble he may cause. We must tell Master Elrond what has transpired. A task of great secrecy has been set before some of us at Imladris, and I fear we have been too long delayed already. Speak to Master Elrond inside the last homely house, and tell him of our journey into the lair of Taushak, and what we beheld there. The time for delays is past. And thank you, Katie, for the fire oil, by the way. The Nazgul will never cross the Bruinen while it remains at my command. All right.
Hope is not in vain.
I'm glad to hear your news, Hilburn. Do not grieve over much for the loss of the Nazgul. His failed designs of the wood trolls were ended by your brave actions and the skills of Legolas. Yes, your encounter with the Nazgul has revealed to me what I must do. I will speak with Gandalf, for the errand of which you heard whispers has become all the more urgent because of the news you bring. For you, though, I would ask that you keep your attention focused on the Nazgul. I get an earring. That's essentially useless to me.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Got a deed. I have finished that book of the epic. Now we're into book 5. Oh, Hassel, I'm so sorry you did that. I wish you'd known too. Not only would you have saved money, but it would have helped us in the sense that, we would have gotten, credit for like our ads. It always helps when advertisers sell stuff using our link, because then they know that they can renew their ads with us because it'll be worthwhile. And those frames are pretty amazing. So I fear that while the Nazgul you drove off has fled the Trollshaws, he still schemes to assault Rivendell. To the north and east of Rivendell, there are goblins and worse that he might bend to his will and use against us. I would ask that you continue in your pursuit of the Nazgul and travel into the Misty Mountains. There you may seek the aid of Glóin, who has established a camp at the end of the pass out of Rivendell that leads to the Misty Mountains. Go now, for not only the safety of Rivendell is at stake, all of Middle-earth depends on your actions. No pressure, right? No pressure at all. So do we do anything else? I guess we just go do that, don't we? I mean, we sort of have to also do, what is it? Yeah, we need to stop by Annuminus, talk to Canuion, and talk to Kulang at Tinandir. And then we can come back. Let's do that. In the meantime, cracks me up when everybody just jumps off the stairs. I'm going to check chat very quickly and see what's going on. Excuse me. Oh. Hello from Kid Deme. Hello. Time zones aren't my friends either, but I'm so glad you could be here. Yeah. Get up to High King's Crossing this time. We'll see. Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. It wouldn't let me get there. All right. I'm not going to just port there, because in this case, it's a whole new region. So let's get there the old-fashioned way. We'll port over to Bree, and then we'll take a stable. We'll take a horse there so that you all can see the journey to Annuminus. Oh, my character's name is Hilburn. Oh, port to Mitchell Delving instead, huh? Oops, what just happened? Okay. Oh, I see, and then go there. Yeah, okay. Well, why don't I go to Mitchell Delving from the Stable Master then?
Greetings.
All right, we'll swift travel to Mitchell Delving, and then we'll take the horse. We'll take a stable to Annuminus, to Tinandir. Yeah, it's Hilburn. Hilburn, Hilbern, Hilburn. Mr. Andfast Tunley. All right, we want to head up to Oh, you can only go there by swift travel. That's rather unfortunate. What if we wanted to get to maybe... What is that? Dwelling or Oatbarton. Let's go to Oatbarton, and then we'll go we'll go by normal horse, so we can sort of see the area. Now, for those who don't recall, Anuminus was once the capital of Arnor, established by Elendil himself after the downfall of Numenor. And it is at Lake Evendim and Tinadir. We're going to go there not by swift travel, folks. We're going to take the regular horse. So you'll see, if you look at the south of the map where my triangle is, you'll see the road go up past Oatbarton, through this Bull Roarer's Sward, through Dwalling, and up through this Barandalf area near the Brandywine River as it comes out of Lake Evendim. Eventually, we'll go across King's Crossing here and hang a left to get to the island of Tinadir. We will not be visiting Anuminus. That is definitely beyond my level at this point. Yeah, Mitchell delving to Tinadir would be a long ride. Oatbarton shouldn't be too bad. And if it is, well, then so be it. Gives me a chance to chat with folks and visit and look at the surroundings. I mean, this is a beautiful place. We're going to see lots of sort of Arnorian artifacts, if you will. Mm-hmm. I think all the river hobbits are sort of descended from the bunch of hobbits that became the Stewards. So, you know, it makes sense. And I think Hilburn has a tiny bit. Oop. Does he have any facial hair? He does not. Nope. Whoa, camera weirdness. Okay. Yeah, this was such an interesting area. I ended up in this sandy dunes area near the Branduin with all these, you know, the Knickerbreaker types. Kind of annoying, frankly, the Norbogs. Would Hilburn be a Steward? But they do have, I mean, he's definitely fair skinned, so he's a little bit more fallow-hidey in appearance. I don't know. Oh, look, I'm passing up the material there, the resource node. I love all the ruins that we see. What's nice about taking a stable horse is that you don't aggro the mobs. These green ones would be easy pickings, but I don't want to have to stop and fight them. And if I was riding my own horse, they would be chasing after me. Yes, they are, Katie. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, folks. Aha, here we go. High King's Crossing. Look at that. How's that for an Arnorian relic? And a nice ruined sculpture. Very Argonathy. Fortunately, it doesn't hurt passing up the resources too much because that's the journeyman tier, and I've already completed that. Or no, it's the expert tier, but I've already completed that. So it's hard, but only because of my OCD. High King's Crossing. It's got the Scepter of Anuminus. I do not need a Celsius at 10 after 7. I'll be up all night if I do that. Whoa, almost fell off the edge of the cliff. So where we're heading down here is the source of the Baranduin, right? This is where, this is where I got killed the very first time with Durthal. Instead of going across, I went that way. So that meant that instead of going north across the bridge, I didn't see that's how I was supposed to go. So I just kept going on that road. So this road here, which eventually led to purple creatures that killed me very quickly. Aeld Entiuwerk. That's what these are. The Aeld Entiuwerk. The ancient work of giants. And there's Anuminus in the background. There is the city of Anuminus. Huh. And that's, of course, where King Alessar eventually rebuilds it. And it becomes his northern palace. So much history there. So we're going to take this at the crossroads here. We're going to hang a left. I love this little like intersection here. This little marker with the kings. Whoa. Now, if we went that other direction, if we turned right at that crossroads, we would end up in the North Downs and Fornost, which we were at not too many sessions ago here in game. Yeah. I was too, Demay, when I first saw King's Crossing. I think that might be why I ended up taking the wrong road. I just wasn't paying attention because I was so blown away by the beauty of the place. So here we're crossing a bridge onto the island of Tinadir. And while I'm here, I'll make sure I grab the stable master and the boat. As I'm fond of saying every time I have to come here, they didn't always have boats. You used to have to swim.
Greetings.
So it used to be that if you wanted to get across the lake to, say, Tol Ruinen, you had to swim there. Oh, why in the world is... There we go.
How can I be of service?
So from here, you can travel to various places, including, interestingly enough, Buckland, because, of course, you would be traveling down the river. But you can also travel to all the various places here in the Anuminus region. She carries me in this game. Excuse me. All right. I am supposed to talk to Kulang and to Kanuion. But there are rings from other people. But I don't want to talk to them because if I do, I'm going to get more quests. Many more quests. Quests that I'm not ready to put into my quest log. I'm hoping he's up here somewhere. Maybe this is Kulang? No, it's Calatherdir. Huh. There's Canoe. There's one of them. You've been sent by Arohir. We have few. It threatens to overwhelm us. And then I'll get a Tomb Raiders Sashes introduction. Then we can start collecting. Oh, hold on. I might have enough of those in my rep items folder to just turn those in. Tomb Raiders Sashes. I wonder if I'll be able to do that or I'll have to kill them myself. Let's find out. Turn them in.
How can I be of service?
Bingo. All right. So now I can start getting rep with the Wardens of Anuminus. Oh, and hey, there's Kulang. What's up, Kulang? Glorfindel said to say hi. You come from Lord Glorfindel himself. Well, then you're welcome here. It's a great honor to receive a messenger from such a renowned elf. Erchiel, you say? I know not that name. There are few elves who come to these lands, and those are mostly travelers, not residents. Still, it may be. I've heard tell of an uncanny glade across the lake on the northwest shore. The shore is dangerous these days, but they say the glade itself is different. If an elf lives anywhere around the lake, it would be in or near that glade. Go if you will, but be wary. But be wary. Where is Caranglad? For I very much wish to speak to him. I don't really want to get a bunch of green quests. So let's just go port over to Erkiel to finish Glorfindel's little subplot. Oh, there's an Ent. It is an age and more since last I saw his face. You bring back many memories. I fought many battles for my kindred, yet long ago I laid aside my sword. That was no idle choice. Even Glorfindel's words will not sway my resolve. I thank you for your kindness in bearing Glorfindel's invitation, but I think I will not go to Imladris. Okay. All right, I gotta find out what this dude's about. That's an Ent if ever I've seen one. Above, not be hasty. Above the lake, where the water pools and flows. All right, I'm going to not do this for now because there's a ton of quests here, and I don't want to get completely sidetracked. Otherwise, I will. I'll get fully sidetracked in Anuminous, or in around Evendim, I should say, and then I'll never get back to the main quest. But in the meantime, can we at least enjoy the scenery? This place is gorgeous, is it not? All right, I'm going to check with chat real quick. Not the green and gray quest. Oh no, not the green and gray quest. No. We want to go to the Angle of Mythathel first, and then we're going to go to the Misty Mountains to talk to Glowin. Oh, journey to the campsite at Gyderod in the Angle of Mythathel. I can't get there quickly. Interesting. So I need to probably go. What do I have as a quick travel here? I've got my Thorinhad. I wonder if I can get there from Thorinhad. Yes. Well, if I use my Ent voice, Timothy, it takes a very long time to say anything at all. So what we want to do is eventually get down to why is this not on? Huh. The campsite at Gyderond in the Angle of Mythathel. There it is. Okay. So that's kind of near Tornhad. So either Tornhad.
What can I do for you?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to go to Tornhad first. Oh, yes. Miriam, I so wish we got to see more of the Gamgee and the King days at Evendim. I agree. That'd be fantastic. Oh, Last Bridge. Yeah. Should have done that. We squished him. I remember that. Now entering the Angle of Mythathel. May Gavanet. The Angle is another pretty area and a relatively new one at that. Where am I? Okay, so I just want to go up here to Gyderond. And I'm going to see if... there he is. I don't want to do Swift. I actually want to see the land here. This is new. This is a new area. I've not really explored it much because it wasn't... it was either way above the level for my starting characters or it was so far below level I didn't do anything. But, you know, looking at the fact that the mobs are dark blue, that's close enough. I might... Oh, and yellow in some cases. Yeah. Might have to do some quests in here at some point. Ancient Iron. Okay, that's good. Ancient Iron and Platinum. That's what I want. I think that's the next tier, really. Ooh, there's some really nasty looking creatures in here. Orange and everything. Yeah, this is tough. Good. Definitely going to be in here. Oh, Eleanor and Arwen. Yes, wouldn't that be nice? See, Eleanor is one of the ladies in waiting for Arwen. Oh, wow, this is pretty. Look at that. Look at that waterfall. A lot of oath breakers. What didn't you miss, the Watcher? We missed a lot. No, I found the Nazgul. He was playing hide and seek with some wood trolls. Legolas and I found him. And in the meantime, I'm just kind of ticking the boxes of some other little quests to get into different regions. We may actually do some questing in this part of the world before we move on to the Misty Mountains. Yeah, you missed an Ent in Enuminous of all places. Well, not in Enuminous, but in Evendim, over in this part of the area. Yeah, the Eve Spires. Oh, the music here is wonderful. I think I'll probably want to talk to them, but my guess is the campsite is probably just up ahead. Yes, it is. Yeah. Ent sighting. Now we're in the angle. Let's go ahead and take the Stable Master so now we can get here more easily. I'm going to go ahead and milestone this place from Thorinhad. And, oh, Eladan is here.
What can I do?
My brother was right to ask us to come here, Hilburn. I cannot long stay, but what I have seen reveals that the land is unsettled. Something stirs in the wild. The land between the rivers is not densely populated, but the folk here must be protected. Can I ask you to do this? It's interesting that he calls it the land between the rivers. Now it is, because it's the angle. In this case, it's the angle between the Mythaethel right here and the Grey Flood. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Mythaethel and the Bruinen. So that's the Grey Flood and the Horwell. So it is this area here between the rivers, but that's not usually the land referred to as between the rivers. And now I'm trying to remember what that is. Is that the land between the rivers is... I'm drawing a blank. Somebody help me out on this one, because I just did a word nerdery on it. It's not Enidwythe. It's Pittsburgh. Wow. I'll have to look that up. It's I can't remember. Anyway. So he wants me to so welcome to Howth Erthide, the Tomb of Kingdoms. This is Gairond, a camp from which we watch over the northern reaches of the Engle. You have arrived just in time. My father has called me to his side, but I have been loth to leave the Angle, as there is yet much work to do. If you are able to take up my tasks, however, I will return to Rivendell with a lighter heart. South of this camp, perched high above the river, is Etheldir. Long have swarming enemies defiled that once grand stronghold of the Noldor. I bid you travel up the winding way to Etheldir. Somewhere outside its gates, you will find my scout. It's Minhiriath. Thank you, Katie. You will find my scout Merileg, who has been waiting for assistance. Deliver to her this letter of introduction, and lend her what aid you may. Ghostly Roads, I have another task for you, if you are willing. A couple, most advanced in age as far as men go, passed through my camp recently. The Maythorns are on their way down to meet their son, a ranger, living in Tornad. The couple refused to turn back, and I was unable to offer them an escort. If you happen to be traveling that way, please look for them, and give what help you may. The roads south are dangerous, and the elders are not the sort who can protect themselves against the threats of the Angle. What is all that creepy, like, lightning stuff going on here? Narnian. Megavanen. My name is Narnian, and I'm here to study the ruins of Howth Erthide. Alas, they are occupied by looters, thieves, and worse. As I am delayed in my explorations until the land is cleared, might I impose a boon upon you? If you find anything interesting while you are among the rocks or delving into the hills, I would appreciate it greatly if you would bring it to me. So she's given us two quests, actually. The Relics of Lost Kingdoms, and which is the Lost Treasures of Howth Erthide and the Crumbling Halls of Glynaphon. And I seem to recall there was somebody just outside here who also had a quest. Ring for me. Hello, you were right here. There you are. Let's get your quests, and then we'll head back to camp and call it a night, since it's, well, maybe not quite yet. Defeat threatening foes. I found that travelers in this land do so mainly on the way to somewhere else. So it is with me. I'm not long to remain here in the Angle. And Hassel, yes, the Angle is where the Dunedain, the remainder of the Dunedain are still located. Yeah, I was talking about Minhiriath, which means between the rivers, land between the rivers. The elf smiles briefly, but I've forgotten my manners. Let me cure this lack at once. I am called Revidron, and I came to the Angle some time ago on an errand given me by the sons of Elrond. Ah, you are known to them? Then let us be friends as well, for we share similar purpose, to make the wilds safe for those good folk who dwell there. It will be no great burden for you to aid me in this, will it? For there is something I must do, but I've been putting it off for later. Let us first face what dangers present themselves to us here in Mithaethel, and then perhaps you will help me again. Okay. All right, let's kind of double check here. I think that was really all that we could pick up. I'll remove the Misty Mountain ones from my quest log. That means getting rid of the epic. There's nobody else here to get quests from. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the map. Enter the Angle. Find the road to Etheldir. Oh, it's right there. And then the Ghostly Roads is up there, right before the river. Relics of the Lost Kingdom is up on that hill. And the Last Friendship is all the way over here. Almost all the way to Tam Lumrin. I think this is the road to Etheldir. Ancient arches in the distance. This is certainly the road. Search for Merileg. There's Merileg. I now have a new deed called Enemies of the Angle.
What do you need?
What do you need? Eladon sent you, has he? He writes that you have helped our cause and are to be trusted. Very well. If you are of a mind to, I could certainly use the aid. Woohoo! Level 41. You stand below the ruins of Etheldir, stranger. Once a great stronghold of my people, it now lies rotting and crumbled. Servants of the enemy have infiltrated those once formidable walls and sullied the grounds. You seek to aid our cause? Do what you may to thin their ranks, and I shall reward you greatly. Keep an eye out for their captain as well. I've heard tell he's a nasty brute. Oh, because I've upped the level, it reminds me that the anniversary celebration can be done. So we're just going to do a few things here. It looks like if we kill enough of them, we should probably be able to kill threatening foes in the Angle of Mithaethel and complete the lost treasure of Howth Erthide and the crumbling halls of Glynaphon. Relics of Lost Kingdoms. Nope. No, we won't be able to do that. But the ruins of Etheldir. Okay. Let's do some killing. Let's do some killing. Oh, there's somebody else who has a quest for us. Hello, Myra Velon. Oh, you startled me. Well met, traveler. I am Myra Velon, ranger of these woodlands, but I ask that you keep your voice low, for I'm tracking down a voracious band of thieves. I trailed the brigands to this ruin, but now I see there are mostly orcs here. There have been a few orc raids through these woods of late, and recently we brawled a good while. Fear not, for I survived with nary a scratch. But those blasted thieves made off with my lucky talisman. It is a charm we rangers keep for good luck while on the hunt. You ask him if he fought with orcs or with brigands, and he peers into the distance. Oh, you know, both, really. There were quite a lot of them. This might go a lot faster if you were to aid me in this endeavor. You do look capable enough. All I need is my talisman. You can keep any of the treasure we find. So what do you say? Care to help me retrieve my lucky charm and slay some orcs? All right. Well, since I'm going to be here to kill orcs anyway, right? Hey, orcs. Come say hi. Ha ha ha. Traps. Traps are good. What do you mean not in line of sight? Oh, the orc leader already. Oh, he's a tough one. So I just need to kill 2 more of these guys. Hopefully spot that talisman, but if I don't, that's okay. Because then I will have completed already a few quests. Okay. Yeah, actually, I don't need to do anything more. I can just head out.
How can I be of service?
His expression breaks for a moment, but he quickly regains his smile. Same results on my end, I'm afraid. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll turn up. I could have sworn... no matter. Thank you for your help all the same, Hilbert. I will think on this and perhaps wander the area further southeast beyond the old hobbit burrows. That is the life of a ranger, is it not? Until we meet again. Okay. So we'll turn this one into Metaleg.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Search for Thamlumran. But then we're also supposed to talk to Ravidron. We'll turn that in.
How can I be of service?
Very good, my new friend. You are most adept at facing such threats as these. It is little wonder that Eladan and Elro here trust you so. Did they send you on such a mission as they sent me? I was directed here in search of dark servants of the enemy, riders in black that ran afoul of the defences of Imladris. Perhaps I should speak no more of them. Elro here was most clear that it was a matter of some secrecy. Ravidron mimes locking his lips with a key and hanging it on an invisible chain around his neck. Let us say instead that I found no sign of our quarry and leave it at that. Even so, my search was not fruitless, for I did find something that is now quite dear to me. I befriended a family of woodcutters, the Stagshorns. They live not far from here, and now I cherish their friendship. The last friendship I will ever make in Middle-earth, for my steps will now take me to the Grey Havens, and I will sail into the west, and this chapter of mine will be ended. Ravidron laughs suddenly. Perhaps the Stagshorns will not be the last friendship I make here, Hilbin, for I had not counted upon meeting you. But if you will accompany me to their cottage and help me say goodbye, I would value your assistance most highly, for I have been putting it off. They live in a pleasant cottage to the southeast, beyond the old village of Glynaphon. Well, and since I'm supposed to eventually do the the crumbling halls of Glynaphon, then that's a good thing. All right. Everything's to the south of me. It looks like ghostly roads, relics, last friendship, and an eastern trek. Okay, so I'm going to head back up here and just call it a night since we are getting close enough to the end. All right. Any place for me to turn in tasks here? No? No? Okay. All right. Let's see if there's anything I need to do here with my inventory before we end the day. Going to get rid of the loot boxes because really I'm not high enough level to make those worthwhile. Let me open up my shared storage and I can drop in the scholar materials, crit materials for my weaponsmith, rep items, and then I'll open up the scrolls. Did you know that when you sell a scroll, it's almost worthless, right? 97 copper. But when you sell the recipe, it's worth, 5 times as much. It's not a lot right now, but, it adds up. All right. So, oops. Didn't mean to get rid of that. We're going to go ahead and clear out that inventory then. Oh, not the fire oils. Thank you very much, Katie. Just making sure I'm not getting rid of anything out. The tokens, I don't want to get rid of those either. All right. And that is going to be it for the day. So let me go ahead and exit that. Come back to the chat here. This is always so fun to do this. All right. Now, of course, I can bring the chat overlay up. So let me turn that on for everybody. It really is a detailed game. So fun. Thank you, Miriam. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. The new PPP episode. Yeah, we did just release one, 2 days ago? Where are we now on the actual? Ooh, it's Duran's Folk 2. Exciting stuff coming up as we spend more weeks with the dwarves. Nice to have you catch me live, Demay. Good to see you. I hope you have a wonderful time this weekend at Westmoot. Those of you who are all going to this moot, don't expect to see many of you here on Saturday's stream at 1 o'clock my time. That's 3 o'clock there in Kansas City, right in the middle of the events on Saturday. But absolutely a great time, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Westmoot. But thank you for enjoying this with me tonight. Hilbert is just a lot of fun to play. I'm excited now to go ahead and explore the angle a little bit. It's a region I have really never done, just because it is about a level 40 sort of thing. And so earlier in the game, all my characters were well past 40, having endured the grind of Angmar and the Misty Mountains. And so now I get to level up in a different area. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah. So anybody have any questions before I head out? I'm going to wrap it up otherwise, and we'll catch you all on Saturday at 1 p.m. And I may, since I have a little bit more time, if I can get around to thinking about what I'm going to do, I may try to do something little tabletop-y. Maybe I'll do, well, I don't know yet. I do know that I have ordered the Shire Lego kit, which looks like it might be a little easier to build than the Rivendell or the Barad-dûr sets. So maybe I'll start with that. But yeah, maybe we'll do a poll. Maybe we'll do a poll next time. We'll do LotRO, but say, what do y'all want to see next time? Oh, my goodness. Apparently it's time for me to go, folks. But thank you again for joining me. It's always fun here at PPP Plays, and we will see you all next time. Have a wonderful night, folks. Oh, here we go. Hobbits' big feet or normal feet? That's the thing, Hassel. There's nothing in the text about them having big feet. Hairy feet, yes. Nothing in there about big feet, so I'm going to say normal feet. It kind of makes sense given that they're stealthy and all. It'll be really hard to be stealthy if your feet are like 3 times the size they ought to be. That is, of course, a Hildebrandt Brothers invention. That one stuck. The mutton chops on Bilbo did not. So I'm not sure why that particular one stuck around. But anyway, good question. All right, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time.